It is hot. This is really hot. And it was the first day of work for me. It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm gonna try to get these goats milked. Number one, because I just skipped morning milking this morning. I didn't, like, what I would normally do is milk them in the morning, then milk them in the evening, and then wait 24 hours. But since I just kind of pushed them forward. Shrubby, is this your home now? Yeah? You're so funny. You want me to open the door? I know you can get out of here by yourself. You're so funny. Normally I would just wait until tonight, until it's cooler, and then milk them. Last night it really wasn't any cooler. And Jeremy is working late today, so my goal is to get them, go ahead and get them milked and get waters all filled up and everything taken care of this afternoon, because he's probably not gonna be home until 6:30, 7 o'clock. And that means that once he's home, I don't have to come back outside. I'm very tired. I'm gonna try just to get it done here real quick. They have dumped all the feeders over. So I did go ahead and feed them this morning. I don't know if I'm gonna continue to do that. They are all out there. What would have been nice is if a couple of them had been in here, or like 1 or 2 of them had noticed that I had come home. And apparently I have wasps in the barn now. Not for that. Sorry, distracted. So I'm gonna have to like walk out and get them, which is no fun because it means all of them are gonna come. But like I said, typically I would probably do this toward like 6 or like 7-ish. And I would come out and they would all kind of be ready to go to bed. It would be cooler. We would get this done and move on. The benefit that I do have is that as it gets darker earlier, it won't matter because I have lights where like before they would be out in the dark waiting on me outside the barn, and they didn't like to do that. Hello, goat! All of them. Here we come. I know, are you ready to be milked? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, come on, sweetie girls, let's go. We'll still give the milk to the pigs, and they'll enjoy a nice afternoon refresher. Okay, come on. I know. Okay. Good business. Ready now? Where are you about? Where are you That actually went fairly smoothly. They did pretty well. A little bit, these two really didn't want to be pinned up because it wasn't breakfast, and so they weren't sure, but everybody else pretty much went right in their pens, which is great. It will be better if I don't have to continually feed them in the morning. My fear was if I didn't feed them this morning, that they wouldn't go out, that they would just wait for me to come feed them. Try to wean them off that. I just gave them the tiniest snack. Not a huge deal to feed them all in the morning, and then to give them like a little bit of a snack. So basically I gave them less than half what they would normally get for breakfast, just as a reinforcement for going in their pen. And I could just give them cookies. Like I could give each group cookies for being in their pen and see if that was reinforcing enough and not feed them. We have to lock them up, so they'll have to be reinforced in some way, because if I do this, they won't want to go in the pens if I don't reinforce them for going into them, which is why they didn't want to, when we first came in here, didn't know to do that, because they've never been reinforced to do that in the afternoon. So it's just always important to know when you're changing a goat schedule. Like the milking girls want to come in the milking room every time you're here. If they're in here, they want to come in here if you're in here. That's usually not a hard thing to teach. In this kind of setup, it is. And it wasn't super hard to teach at the other barn either. When I flipped them over, pretty much could just stand there and they would all come if you called them, but it is something to consider. So I'm gonna take the milk to the pigs. Just check water looks okay right now. It's very hot. I'm a little bit overheated. The fan is nice. I really need to get the dog in the garage. We'll come back out tonight when we put everybody up, but we'll take the milk out. Something that I didn't think about that I should have was capacity, because I had an extra 12 hours. I had about an extra cup of milk basically between all the girls. So I had to hand milk Poppy out a little bit into the trip bucket because we were gonna fill up the jar. It all fit in 2 jars, but with the suction of the pump, you have to have some headroom or it will back up into the pump. It's supposed to be cool this weekend. I'm hoping this is the last kind of round of this like triple digit heat index that we're gonna get, because it is like mid-August at this point, so for us it should be about over. It is pretty warm. It's really not too bad out here with the breeze, so we may try to fill up some waters while we're out here. My hope is that they'll go back out. That's always a risk that I take in doing it this way, is that they'll not go back out. Let's hope that will stay there for a second. My fear is that they knock it off, they'll break the jars. And then I'll have glass all on the grass, and that's not good. But we had a pretty good first day back. It's always, this week's always like all meetings. So we had our convocation virtually. Hello, are you excited? Mama bringing you a snack? Look at all my buddies. I'm not bringing buddy snacks. You guys had food. Come on. I know. Mom's gonna stink, isn't she? She needs to separate you guys. I already have one broken camera. I don't need 2. Hang on, Toonie. 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 Well, sorry. Bean is gonna just knock the camera over. So they're enjoying that. There's not a lot to it. So I'd love to lock these guys up now, but they really need to be out here eating. Yes. You guys don't need food. You had breakfast waffles. You did. I know Mom has these fancy chains on the gates now. Can't bust through. You can't. So yesterday I bought them, the girls, 2 extra flatback buckets. So now they have 4 water buckets because they weren't drinking out of that big blue one. And they drank out of all the buckets yesterday and it was fine. Come here, Cam. And I bought these guys another bucket of water and the pigs of course turned it over instantly, which was really frustrating. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way to like weigh it down. Tune, would you like a spray? Yeah. This is what I got, was a big rubber tub, and so my hope was that I've got to move pork chop. If Jeannie's pregnant or if she's still cycling, we need to move her for, need to separate them for a couple of months. It's heavy, it's rubber, it's short enough that they can get in and out of it. They still knocked it over. My guess is that it's just so hot that they're enjoying like getting wet in any water that they can. It's not, it's 6 gallons. So I guess it's not quite heavy enough that they can't tip it, or either they drank it all. Also a possibility, and then tipped it over. It's our first day of our new routine. What do you guys think? Oh, we need to let you guys out. Oops, you guys let me get all distracted and forget they were locked up. Would you guys like to come out? Okay, giraffe. Mom will see you for night-nights. Okay? Later, gators. He's so funny. It's gotten to where it's hotter almost in there than it is out here, but there is the fan. So I don't know that he stays in there all the time. I forgot to turn the water off the other day. And so now I'm like super paranoid because I didn't catch it, Jeremy did, that I'm forgetting to turn the water off. The girls did go back out. Always a bit of a challenge to convert them to a new routine, but they're pretty smart if you reinforce them. I think the biggest mistake that people make when they're trying to teach an animal to do something is they're not humans. And again, they don't speak English, they don't understand what you want. And if they do it once, you still need to reinforce them every single time because they're animals. They're not dogs. Hello. Please don't rub your nose all over me. She's not biting me. That's not what she's doing. She's gotten to where she like loves to like rub her face right on my leg, and she's always muddy this time of year. Oh, you're always muddy. And I end up like gross and can't sit on furniture when I go in the house. And I do like to not have to like immediately shower and sit on my furniture. Come on, boys. Waffles, come on, buddy. Oh, we may have to get some food. Come on, bud. Wasps, come on. Somebody's in heat. And that's not Tony. Tony Pagel. No. Come on, bud. I know, y'all were already asleep. See, you can't see. She just loves to rub her face on me. Don't ya? Would you like some scratches? Mom. This is the most jealous pig I have ever seen in my life. Waffles! No. Hello. Thank you for going where you're supposed to go. Alright, my piggy couple. Ain't nothing going on back there, bud. This is going to be more and more of a problem as the girls go into heat. And that's one of the reasons I didn't want them to share a fence. But this grass is so good. I hate to keep them separated. He probably needs to be wormed one more time. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Shoot. Go on. Go on. Yeah, no, you need to go with Bean. Go with Bean. He doesn't want me to like pick him up. So I know that he'll go this way. Yeah, go on. Look, there's Bean. Yeah. There's Bean. Good job, buddy. Good job, buddy. Okay. Night-night. Night-night, Teddy Big. Like, hey, but food. Curious to see how much water they drank today. See, I'm doing 2 buckets down here because they wouldn't drink out of that big water. So they drank 2 full flat bags, which is great. So I'm doing this because I can't come out here and fill them up about 1 or 2 o'clock when normally they've drank it all. I'm not home till 3:30, and by the time I could get out here, change clothes, get out here, fill up water, it would probably be closer to 4. And so that would mean 2 to 3 hours of them out grazing and not having a water source out with them. They would still have water in the barn. So about 2 more of these. All right, well, I'm gonna see you guys in the morning and call it a night. Not ferociously hot this morning, which is nice. There's a little bit of a breeze. Workshop seems to be doing fine. I did get him separated last night. I didn't get any goats in with Workshop. He's just in there by himself. So my hope is basically to only keep him in there for a few days and then to just track Toonie's cycle and separate them that way. Hello. She lives in here now. And just kind of work it that way until we're ready to leave them together again to see if they'll breed for spring. But I don't want December, January, February, March babies. Would love to at least wait till April to have piglets, just so that she could have them in her house and I wouldn't have to worry about bringing her here so that I could provide heat for them. Good morning. Let's see how it goes. It went pretty well yesterday. In the next video, I'll explain more about separating them, but they're doing well. You have your bowl? Don't really need 2 bowls now that there's just 3 of them eating. I've done well adjusting to our new reality.